So, hello everyone. Welcome to this beautiful evening of podcast series. My name is Lovely Dwivedi, and welcome to another very exciting episode of Connaissance Specialist podcast series. So, today we are diving deep into the theme that truly shapes the future of education: capacity building for teachers. So, as we have heard, teachers are the backbone of every school, and strengthening their capacity means directly nurturing young minds. And to help us this with, I am really very delighted to welcome Miss Sakshi Bedi, middle school coordinator at Pathways School Gurgaon. Sakshi Sakshi ma'am brings with her years of experience and insights of how schools can empower educators to not just a facilitator of learning but true mentors, innovators, and change makers. Welcome, Sakshi ma'am. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on with us podcast series. And also would like to introduce Dr. Rishi Mishra sir. Sir has joined us. So, sir, welcome to this beautiful evening of podcast series. And ma'am, on behalf of Connaissance Specialist, I would really like to welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Rishi. I feel extremely honored and privileged to be part of this series of podcast. Thank you.
So, ma'am,
Yeah, welcome. You're
our
welcome. Actually,
audience
I'm
also,
on
sir,
the way. I'm not able, won't be able to connect.
Surely.
so, ma'am,
Yes, please go
audience
ahead.
must be audience must be waiting for this because since it's based on capacity building, how it's being, it will be going to dive into the role of teacher as a facilitator as well as a friend philosopher. And apart from this, there are few questions that must be in mind of every audience as well. So, what does capacity building mean in the context of teachers, and why is it so important today?
Thank you for asking such a relevant question, Ms. Vivedi. So, capacity building is only understood in terms of students, but it's also important in the education context that we understand that we also need to uh, pay importance to the significance of having good teachers being great learners themselves. So, when it comes to shaping students for the world and the jobs that don't yet exist, or we are not able to completely anticipate, one skill that we would really want our teachers to have and evident in their personality is not only adaptability to change, because change remains the constant, but also resilience. So, this is what is needed for our teachers in today's world in the 21st century. And as per UNESCO, it's not only the skills, the 21st century skills that we need for students, but the same skills are also required to be seen, experienced, felt, and becoming evident in the classroom amongst the teachers as well. Teaching thus is no longer about transferring content, knowledge, but it is also about facilitating inquiry, imbibing skills, managing the diverse classrooms that we now have, and also nurturing life skills. So, when we talk about capacity building in teachers, teachers must constantly reinvent themselves to first prepare themselves and then to be able to prepare students for the unknown. Keeping pace with this change is what is required in the teachers.
That's really beautifully said, ma'am, because you have highlighted how capacity building is not just about skill training, but about creating empowered educators who can adapt, inspire, and innovate in today's fast changing classrooms.
Absolutely.
So, ma'am, next question is, how can professional development programs go beyond workshops to truly empower teachers in the classroom?
So, since we have already spoken about empowered teachers, the empowerment of teachers do not come from the old model of one off workshops that the teachers get to attend. If you really want to empower teachers, the secret lies in not that one single session that may inspire them, but also seeing through that there is a culture of collaboration, that there is a culture of conducive learning, which is created, the culture of trust, which every school must have, because it is there that the teachers learn from one another and not only from those one off workshops that, as I said, that they get sometimes. That may not be uh, transformative. What is transformative in a school context is the professional learning communities where teachers learn from each other's classroom experiences. It also means giving teachers the time and space to try new strategies. Sometimes they will make mistakes and refine their practice with feedback and coaching. Empowerment happens when teachers see direct impact in their classrooms. So, very interestingly, when one teacher told me that when she was given a PD and she came back after this professional development workshop and she shared an anecdote with me, which I would like to recapitulate here, that she said that all this while she had thought that professional development workshop is for bringing upon a transformation in a teacher.
Mm.
But it's not every time that teachers realize that the transformation has to be seen in the students in their classrooms. So, professional development has to have an impact on the classrooms. It needs to be embedded in daily practice when it helps teachers not just know what to do, but feel confident in why and how should they do it. That's when we see teachers flourish, and by extensions, when teachers flourish, students thrive.
Very absolutely correctly said, ma'am, because those competencies you mentioned not only prepare teachers to face academic challenges, but also help them to nurture the holistic and resilient students. It really shows how teachers' growth is directly linked to student success.
Absolutely.
So, ma'am, regarding the mentorship and collaboration, so according to you, what does mentorship and peer collaboration play in strengthening the teacher's professional growth?
So, by mentorship as guidance and support, I meant that there needs to be a culture of trust. A culture of trust and openness where professional growth flourishes in the environment in the school, where teachers feel safe to voice out. We all the time speak about student agency, but not always do we realize that it is extremely and equally important to give teacher agency. And the instructions should not come top down to them, but also they should feel feel like a part of that decision making, where they can share openly and learn without fear of judgment. So a very important practice that schools these days do, is the practice of learning walks, where observations are done in the spirit of curiosity and not evaluation, where we are not walking into each other's classroom to judge them, to demean them. And these are not opportunities to watch and judge, but actually to observe, reflect, and carry insights back into one's own practice. So, this environment of mentorship and peer collaboration is working together to co plan, share strategies, and solve classroom challenges, which then can create innovation and reduce teacher isolation, because we know that their timetables are usually packed. But it's also important for them to have that sense of camaraderie between them. And when teachers mentor, collaborate, and observe each other in trust, then schools shift from individual development to collective development of the school. And of course, when there is a collective development, that collective development has a very positive impact on the students also.
Sorry, that's really a brilliant insight, ma'am, because a school culture that celebrates the innovation, encourages the risk taking, and prioritizes the teacher well being naturally sustains capacity building. It really starts from strong, empathetic leadership. And I think those who will be listening to you, ma'am, they must be really wondering that we should work under such kind of teacher because you are really providing brilliant ideas and it's so amazing to listening to you and we are also learning a lot. I think this segment our audience should also save and preserve it somewhere for learning as a tip because an amazing insightful words of wisdom we are getting in the form of questions and your views as well, ma'am.
Thank you so much. But I must mention that this is not what I'm born with, because I have had an opportunity to work with amazing leaders themselves who have always told me that mentorship is something that, goes side by side when we are teachers. We are not only mentoring students, but we're mentoring each others as well. So leaders model curiosity, leaders model growth.
So, ma'am, what special message would you like to give to all the teachers, those who will be listening to us, and to the newly young generation, especially those who are going to step in into the new role as a teacher? What special message you would like to give them?
So one skill that I think it is very detrimental for all teachers and they must have is the sense of empathy. In today's world, where you have a classroom which has students coming with diverse needs, challenges, and backgrounds, what makes learning environment safe, inclusive, and empowering for students is having a teacher who is empathetic towards them, having a teacher who understands their needs, their challenges. And um, in today's world, especially in the IB world, it's not really about content delivery and about knowledge transference. It's all about whether we are able to make our students curious, whether we are able to facilitate inquiry, that mode from delivering content to making them do critical thinking and problem solving is what is required. A beautiful aspect of IBMYP middle years program is also interdisciplinary skills. So those interdisciplinary skills are the ability to connect concepts across subjects, helping students see real world links. So if there is a problem, then those problems can't be resolved through the content knowledge of one subject, because we understand that preparing them for this complex interconnected world where everything is interconnected, it's a blending of two or more disciplines.
Hmm.
That is the way ahead, and that is what is going to provide them those problem solving skills. So empathy, facilitating inquiry, having interdisciplinary skills,
Hmm.
and of course adaptability.
Ma'am, you spoke really well, and I couldn't agree more on this adaptability and empathy. The way you have fabricated it so beautifully, like it's really a learning for me and all those who will be listening to us on our YouTube channel and other platforms as well. So it's really amazing. Ma'am, so there is a fun segment. So this
Yes.
and this by naming this or that. So there are no hard and fast rules for this. So it's like let's have a little fun round with a quick this or that something. So
Sure.
you just need to pick up the option that resonates with you most. So no explanations needed. Just one word. So online
Yes.
training or in
I'm
person.
ready.
All right, ma'am. We are also very excited.
Of of course, in person, because nothing can replace a teacher who's face to face with students. And yes, and therefore AI can never replace teachers.
Discipline or creativity, ma'am.
Creativity, because discipline will take care of itself, and there is creativity that the teacher has in class.
Perfect. Next, mentorship or self-learning?
That is has to be a balance because it can't only be mentorship because there has to be self-learning as well. As we always say to students, that self-study is equally important.
Yeah.
So, of course, that pause, that reflection, that going back, revise is also
Hmm,
important. So, a balance of both.
that's so amazing, ma'am. So, coffee in the staff room or quiet reading corner? What would you like to go?
Coffee in the classroom or coffee in the staff room?
Sorry, coffee in the staff room or quiet reading corner?
Coffee in the staff room. Yes, that's my way of looking at the staff room. And because if you're living in isolation, of course, we do require time to read. But that collaboration and that conversations are very important with your peers and colleagues. So, of course, coffee in the staff room.
That's really amazing, ma'am. Even every time when I am asking something, I am getting us some new insight or some learning something new. Really. So, ma'am, really thanking you for giving such valuable time and sharing such valuable insights. Your thoughts remind us that when we invest in teachers, we invest in the future of education itself. To all our listeners, remember, teachers' capacity building is not a one time action, it's a continuous culture. When we give teachers the tools, the confidence, and the encouragement they need, we are empowering generations of learners to dream, to create, and to lead. This conversation has truly shown us collaboration, mentorship, and strong leadership can really transform schools into thriving learning communities. So let's continue to celebrate and uplift our educators because every step we take for them is a step towards a brighter future for our children also. And before I would like to close this program, I would like to mention something. There is also a program of internship which somewhat aligns with the profile building as well. At Connaissance Specialist, there are certain kind of internships that we provide to our students as well. And here we are really shaping young minds. And apart from this, it's really not about getting admission just to make students admitted to the school. It's about their life skill. Because after schooling, the life skill which students will gonna learn, where exactly the Connaissance Specialist work. It's about the first thing that we include is men providing the mentorship research internships to all the students, for example research internships through the college professors with the college professors with the other dignitaries as well, and an internship with the member of parliament as well, legal literacy as well, because in nowadays it's the basic legal education governance about government governance laws and ethics. Every student should be aware of the same thing apart from school curriculum. So here we not only focus onto this, so it's not about basic getting admitted to the school, it's about the future of the children, providing their life. Because what we believe is when you provide a life skill to the students, you prepare a student not only for the school or job, you prepare the student for life as well. So that's where Dr. Rishi Mishra sir and Connaissance Specialist is also working towards the same profession. We are more than 3 to 4 years. We have mentored more than 6,500 plus students with the research internships and guiding their lives and shaping young minds. So I hope to all the listeners, it's really amazing. Please, please keep subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Instagram account at the rate Connaissance Career and our LinkedIn account as well, naming Connaissance Specialist. So with this, this is me, Lovely, signing off. And ma'am, on behalf of our audience, Connaissance Specialist, Dr. Rishi Mishra sir, a very warm thanks to you for joining us and making us feel truly blessed. And we are really looking forward to another series of podcasts with you, ma'am. Really excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, that would be, I'll be grateful to do that. And thank you so much because your questions make one think. And the topic itself that you shared with me is something that one would want to reflect upon and come back and speak again. So thank you so much, and all the very, very best to the Connoisseur and the entire, organization working towards nurturing life skills, which is the need for the hour.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So with this, me lovely signing off, truly blessed. So thank you so much. Thank you. We are truly honored, ma'am.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Thank you, Dr. Rishi Mishra, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for
Thank you so much, Dr. Rishi. We'll connect.